was executed for an alleged involvement in the coup, termed a treasonable offense. The story also says Vatsa's wife came to him kneeling and begging.
Yes.
But yet IBB did not listen. Vatsa had to go. He had to be eliminated. And he also said something. He said, even if he had imprisoned, I think that was in his book, he said if he had decided to imprison Vatsa, that he would still have continued to plot against him from prison. So maybe that was how popular Vatsa was within the ranks and file of the military. I do not know. But one thing I do know is that, well, only God knows the truth, Bimbo.
Yes.
One thing I do know is that General Vatsa he continued to deny involvement in the coup. He maintained his innocence even to the point of death.
Yes.
But then, well, I don't know. I guess we could make our choices as individuals. Well, again, on the flip side, he might have looked at it in a way. You are not the president. I am not the president at that time. So there are things he must have seen. If he felt very uncomfortable with Vatsa being alive, well, I don't know. But then, I guess he must have had his reasons for ordering the killing of his childhood friend. Of course, well, it's convenient. I wasn't the president at that time. I wasn't in his shoes. So it's very convenient to say that, oh, how can he destroy? Yes, Vatsa did a very terrible thing, condemned it was an act of betrayal. He stabbed his friend in the back. But I guess, me speaking as a layman now, watching from the sidelines, if I were General Babangida, I wouldn't give my any cause for me to be kind of regretting nearly 4 decades after now. I would have maybe I would have kept him in isolation
for some time.
Maybe I'll make him very comfortable, of course, and I would have maybe incommunicado with the rest of the world until, for the sake of old times, Bimbo.
That is it.
Of course, he can no longer be my friend, but then for the sake of old times and for the sake of our families, that is what I think. That's what I think I would have done.
But remember that he maintained his innocence. That he did not know anything about that attempted coup.
But you know what? I don't believe General Vatsa. The evidence was too overwhelming. Let's quickly have this commercial break and we'll be back.
Ìròyìn pàjáwìrì lèyí o, wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣe ìfilọ́lẹ̀ òróró àmánà, àwọn ènìyàn sì ti ń yára láti rà á.
Àwọn ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n gbàgbọ́ pé àwọn èèyàn tó máa ń ra òróró àbúrò fi ìlera ìdílé wọn wéwu láti fi $50 pamọ́ lórí oúnjẹ kan.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, òróró àbúrò tí kò ní ìdáàbòbò, oní òǹtẹ̀, wọ́n tún ń dà á láti inú kẹ́ẹ̀gì tí ò mọ́ tónítóní láì mọ tó wà nínú rẹ̀.
Ṣùgbọ́n nísìnyí, pẹ̀lú òróró àmánà, kò sí ìfarawéwu mọ́.
Yan Amana Refined Vegetable Oil Blend láàyò.
Amana Oil, sealed value, honest price, no compromise.
Conversation.
All right, we are back, and there's still conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM.
I have this one here. A police personnel has reportedly been killed in a suspected armed adults attack in a joint police and military checkpoint in Uza community, local government area of Benue State. Yes, Benue State again is in the news. It was gathered that the incident occurred when the attackers stormed the security checkpoint, prompting troops of Sector 1, Operation Well Stroke, stationed in Ayilamo, and a team of mobile policemen to respond. And according to a local source, the attackers took to their heels and disappeared into the nearby bushes on sighting the advancing troops. They said the security personnel subsequently launched a follow-up operation in the area to track the fleeing assailants and restore normalcy. He stated that the remains of during the operation, the troops reportedly recovered the body of a police inspector who was killed during the attack, he said. I think while they were, pursuing the attackers. And he stated that the members of the remains of the slain officer were deposited at the Ayilamo Hospital mortuary for autopsy. and other necessary procedures.
On state police bill, presidency extends public submission to August 21. And Edo records 70 child defilement cases. Well, that's not what's worrisome. What's more worrisome is the fact that fathers, top offenders.
Yes. Fathers.
What could make a man want to sleep with his own daughter? I do not understand. And Zamfara inaugurates panel to clear 30-year-old promotion benefits backlog for civil servants.
Well, this one says doctors to Makinde, that's the Oyo State doctors, meet our demands or face fresh strike. That is the Association of Resident Doctors. Oyo State, that is at the state-owned Ladoke Akintola University of Technology Teaching Hospital, Ogbomoso. Yes.
Okay, some other, kidnap gang member arrested over 1.6 million AK-47 purchase in Kwara. And Bimbo, I deliberately took this headline because that is how much these rifles cost, and yet they flow like water in Nigeria in illicit hands.
Yes.
So you begin to wonder how come it's so readily available, it's so easily available.
Yes.
In the hands of people that you know ordinarily, those who wield them illegally are not people that can afford that kind of money. So to tell you the narrative that there are big people behind the insecurity we are experiencing in this country. And illegal dumping persists on Agege Railway corridor despite cleanup. That's coming from Lagos State. Let's open the phone lines.
070-5555-1985 or 080-5500-9850. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good to have you, Mr. Gidi.
Mr. Tola said something. He said, which I disagree with him. He said, it's God that appoints leaders. God does not appoint leaders. What God does is, God knows about the emergence of leaders. Whether you win, whether you not win. He knows you are coming there. Not that you appoint. So, God does, this is not the era of Samuel and David and others. So, we appoint our leaders to ourselves. So, whatever you like, you choose. God just knows. He allows it to happen. That's what God does. Then, on the issue of refinery, even if we have the 4 refineries working, I need to say something. We are the crew to supply them. Because this is the only one we have now. Dangote, 650,000 barrels. We cannot meet the demand of 1. So now, let's say we are now 4 more. How are we going to meet the demand of 4 refineries? We have a very serious problem in this country, which we are dodging. We are dodging the problem. The government is dodging it as if we can manage ourselves out of the situation. But by the time, anyway, thank you, Mr. Tola. I'm sorry, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
Well, on U.S.-Iran crisis, Bimbo, while countries around the world adopt fuel subsidies and other palliative measures, Nigerians have continued to bear the brunt of rising petrol and diesel prices. Yes. It says U.S.-Iran crisis, 94 countries subsidize fuel as Nigerians pay more.
Yes.
They cannot go after the subsidy thieves. You are the ones that have to pay for the sins of those ones.
Yes, that is the situation right now here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
This is Akadiyadewaya from you.
Good to have you, sir.
God bless you, sir. On election, God will take absolute control for that election. I strongly believe that. But for the fact that the state is now openly police does not mean that the election has been decided or will be decided in favor of a political party. Let's be optimistic. On vote buying, Mr. Tola, this menace will continue until the politicians, our leaders, stop weaponizing poverty in this country, because the Bible says everything tastes sweet in the mouth of an hungry person. That's the reason. Then, regarding the bandita, let him continue on shedding his crocodile tears. God has dealt with him, and he's still dealing with him, and people like him.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Akombi Adebayo. Nigeria risks future crisis without scalable innovations. That's coming from the NESG, Nigerian Economic Summit Group. Hello, good morning.
Hello,
Good morning.
good morning.
Yes, my name is Kile Balabi. Omalaka Shewo Road.
Good to have you, sir.
Yes, I just want to comment on the Mr. President's statement, who said that NNPC will soon bounce back to start producing. So my question is that former President Obasanjo said that this NNPC cannot produce anything, cannot punch anymore. But this election period, it's not Mr. President just giving us a false hope. Because since past 4 years, going to 4 years now, Mr. President has been promising us, but nothing happened. Secondly, on the issue of election that is coming tomorrow, I just want to appeal to the people of Osun State to embrace peace. You should not turn your shoes to Wild West. I wish them each free and rank up the election. That's my comment. Have a nice working day.
Thank you very much. Tola, I remember some Chinese were brought in some times ago. Yes, were brought in to inspect one of the refineries.
To fool us and to also fool the president.
Yes, and the president is now fooling us. Well, don't they say he's fooling us? He has said that they will bounce back.
It's election time. He must have sweet words for you and I.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Calling from Oluyole.
Good to have you, sir.
Yes, sir. On the Osun election, the food buying, sir. I'm not sure food buying can stop in this country. Why? Because I don't know. They will start our people with their food now from 2,000 naira to 25,000 to 50,000 whatever. But sir, I don't know. Maybe people don't think. Maybe they don't have conscience. Let me put that way. I will receive money from you because of what? Let me add 4 years to my year. Let everybody add another 4 years to my year. So we will know how old we are by then. So we shouldn't collect it. And so even if it's a bag of rice or other bag of rice, is that what we are going to be eating for the next 4 years? So I'm appealing to people. Even if collect this money, don't vote for them. I'm agreeable or above for don't collect the money at all. Vote according to your conscience. God bless you, my brother. I feel like that.
Thank you very much.
What if they have a way of monitoring and they come to you the dead of night and give you a general dose of beating?
Yes.
For collecting their money and not voting for them?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kobe.
Good morning.
Yes, this is Joshua from Adema.
Good to have you, sir.
Yes, see, this is Vasitato. God subsidize the only elite. It's a pity that we can't go to that. Me that I'm talking, I'm in Nigeria, we are buying fuel at a higher price together. So it's not a matter of say that we go outside the country. We can't go to that because our subsidy goes to wrong hands. The things they get from it, they use it to buy an ammunition. They say, you don't know how AK-47 just flow in this country. Upon how expensive it is. That's why they get the money. They get it from freebies of the first subsidy. They get it from freebies that they get from illegal mining. That's the problem we have in this country. So this present government should go after one. People should forget it. We can't go back to anything. So that's the reality. We are into it together. So then, if that illegal mining, they should make sure they handle, they track down those who are very, very deep. We all know them. We know which side of the country they belong to. So they should tackle all of them so that any money gotten from mining will go to the government so that we have something to run this country. Then about the fuel, before Buhari left, they have sold about 2-3 years ahead of oil. When we are saying that weight and means. Those that time they are so like 2-3 years ahead of no, when they have nowhere to get money again. So those are the reality this government is facing, and those are the things people don't want to. They don't want to. We don't want to allow it to sink to our brain that we are in this problem in that area of oil production. So until we pay all those debts, our crude oil will not be up to 2,000 barrel per day that we're supposed to be producing. So that's the problem. So may God bless us. So then about Angina, see, ẹsẹ̀ tí ọkùnrin dárú lé orílẹ̀-èdè bóyá lọ́nà lè dárí jì. In 1989, he was the one that first funded the OIC with Nigerian money, $21 billion. Go and confirm it. That's why they begin to have to prepare for the Islamization of this country. That's why the problem that we are seeing today. Killings everywhere. That's why it started.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Comrade Joshua. But yes, you are absolutely right concerning the matter of subsidy. But the question I've always asked that no one has been able to give me a satisfactory answer. The day that you mentioned that I've been stealing proceeds from subsidy in this country, why is it that they cannot be touched? And the hands that you mentioned, in whose hands that subsidy money goes, why can't those hands be cut off? Why do millions of Nigerians have to pay for the sins of those people?
You are saying they cannot be touched. Do we even know them? Who knows them?
Bimbo, I think we know them. I think every Nigerian knows them.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Calling from Langlade.
Good to have you, sir.
The case of our refinery can be compared to the adage in Yoruba that says if you want problem, go and buy and wait, use vehicle, and then place it for a bad driver. So the refineries are sold as not even possible to maintain. When those who are there, they are the bad drivers. They just want to be getting benefit from it. Now, government supposed to be made refinery or give it to private organizer like that we have for Dangote. But we have a competitive market. So anything less than that. And it's so unfortunate that while other countries they are at least paying for this life in oil because of the Iran and US war. Nigeria, we don't have such. Now, we are paying a exorbitant price to hide the price of petroleum, and it affects many things. That is why people are saying that they are subject poverty in the country. When the price of commodity, price of things correspond to speculate. So that means things will be grown up and people will be living in higher poverty. Now, it is only God that can make a statement and not be refined. And even God used to refine some certain actions. If the president says the era of subsidy has gone, so and he maintained that he cannot revise it, that is not good enough. Now, if they want to punish some people and the house of forgiveness, he will at least consider them. So let the president shift his ground. Let him shift his ground. Let's have subsidy for this time, even for the purpose of the war. So things are not so easy for the people.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Aylabugu from Langlade.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Aylabugu. All right, check your time is 7:30. We have to go. Been an interesting time on conversation, and we'll be back same time tomorrow morning, God willing. My name is Tola Teriba.
And my name is Bimbo Akombe. Thank you very much for listening. And of course, yes, Sport It Beats is next. And South Africa beat Nigeria 2-1 to end Super Falcons World Cup hopes. What happened? Well, Toby is here, Yinka is here. They will just let us into it. Good morning.
good morning, everyone, to the TGIF edition of Sports It Beat on the mother station here in the ancient city of Ibadan on Oluyole FM 98.5. And of course, I'm your host for today, Inka Oluwatwi. You can also listen to us on